Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time we're reviewing on DC Rebirth Batgirl issue number 8. As you know, it's part of the whole DC Rebirth thing, where it brings back some of the old DC elements and some new ones. And it's also how on the bus, we have Two-Face saying, "Hello passengers, I forgot to inform you that there was a bomb on board your bus." Two-Face! And so, pretty much, Barbara's friend offers some advice, and Barbara realizes her surroundings and manages to defuse the bomb in time, which turns out is part of a training simulation. So her friend Evan also points out how he's the Penguin's father, and points out how before he was born, his mother Crystal used to work as a waitress for the Penguin's Iceberg Lounge, saying, "My mum, Crystal, was a waitress at the Iceberg Lounge." But you said you loved me." "I'm a copper pot, Crystal. We don't marry the help." And she points out how he moved after being fired, but he still paid for child support and stuff, so he kind of had a much better life with her son. And after he got into Nail, he actually was given a check and so by his father, and so he made it all the way to Gotham to see him at the Iceberg Lounge. And where the Penguin says, "I figured I might see something of myself in you, boy, but there's nothing to kind my fatherly affection. If I'm being honest, you disgust me." "Okay, I just came to return this." "Keep it or rip it up. I don't care, but get out of here. You don't belong here." And so he's like, "So I used the money as the central start VidCom. Any questions?" "Just one." And so they ask for another date. Yeah. And so afterwards, Barbara's manages to go to the elementary school where she helps the kids understand about computers and such. And afterwards, VidCom has this new walk system, which is kind of a dumb idea because you have no idea what these people are like, you have no idea if they're safe or not, and so on. So meanwhile, later that night, Barbara is checking the Penguin's son about his company. And meanwhile, Barbara and her friends are all having drinks while talking. But Barbara's other friend, who's a transgender, points out how during one of the visits to the hospital, one of the doctors misgendered her and didn't even apologize. So she mainly leaves, and Barbara's friend's wife goes to see if she's alright. Now, sometimes when someone's upset or if you hurt their feelings, it's best to go and find them to see if they're okay. And meanwhile, a drunk guy tries to make a move on this young girl, and Barbara cleverly pours bleach. It's kind of like a way of saying, "Get out of here," sort of style. And so Barbara realizes that this person is using the walk system, and turns out that when you look at the outfit, it's meant to be Magpie. Now, I'm actually surprised that they're hiring villains. Now, I know with villains that sometimes their plans don't go as well, they need money to support themselves, so otherwise they need to take home dead-end jobs. And so Magpie sees this guy who she points out that was trying to make a move on her, showing that Magpie is an idiot, because one, this is gonna be bad on your resume. And so she tries to go for him, showing she has no concern or care for endangering someone, and Barbara goes and saves him. And so she points out that she's Magpie. After Barbara putting two to two together, she realizes that it's Magpie, but with a different style haircut, and not the whole sort of 80s gem look. And so Barbara's like, That's some look you've had going. Oh, like those little boots are gonna stand the test of time. And so she a phone call. She says, she just cancelled the walk in 3 stars. And so she points out how you don't mess with someone's job, and that she's gonna kill Barbara. Or Batgirl. So she mainly goes to go for a gun, but manages to disarm it and take her down. Meanwhile, after what's happened, Barbara knows it's going to be bad for the Penguin Son's company, and he even issues an apology. Afterwards, goes in for his next plan to take on Batgirl. And so, that's the story. It's actually pretty good, because it kind of shows how villains are desperate for work, yet this never comes to any company like VidCom to do any, I don't know, background checks or anything, so I give this a good thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Review here, signing out.